So guys, gonna do a Gameboy teardown. So I'm gonna look at the insides of this. Gonna use this. Let's see. First, open this. Let's check the inside. Gotta use the right size though. Let's try 3.5. Maybe this one. Oops. Oh, that's too big. Maybe 3.0. Okay, there we go. It is coming up. It's pretty small. So this is what a Game Boy cartridge looks like. Oops. Pretty simple, it's just plastic. See? This is it. This is the battery back memory. Basically, it enables saving. So what is this? DMG MC B1 Nintendo. Let's look up the number. So it looks like, you know, this is the tech from back in 1989. That's the year right there. 1989. So now let's put it back together. But this battery right here can be replaced though. You need a solder to remove it. This one right here. Because it's soldered in there. See these two right here. This one and this. So you gotta melt it. And then resolder it once you want to put a new battery in there. It's got to be the same thing though. I don't know exactly how many volts this one is, but it's like the battery of a watch. Alright, let's put it back together. That's the cartridge for the Game Boy. You know, Super Mario Land 2. Pretty good game. Alright. Gotta remember that's the bottom. There you go. It's not really that complicated. And then you just slide it in. It's not all just plastic, so we gotta put this back in there. Oops. It's pretty tight in there. Oops. I think that's good. Right. Then we'll do a teardown of the Game Boy. Let's put this back here. What we need is, first we'll pick the right one, the right screw. So it's this one here. It's gotta be a tri screw, one of those with the 3 edges. It's one of these. I think it's this one. Let's try this. Okay, it works. That's this first screw. Put it here. The second one. I think there should be 6 screws in total. I don't want this to fly off. It's gonna be hard to find this if it falls. That's the next one. This is pretty old, 1989 when it first came out, but the model for the Game Boy Pocket I think came out later. The original Game Boy came out like much earlier, like 80, 89, something like that. And then Game Boy Pocket came later, like 90s. There should be 2 screws in here. See, there's one, and then there's the other one. You can't use a normal screw here, or a screwdriver. You gotta use the tri-screw, tri-edge or whatever. I forgot what it is. Because it's basically for tampering, like to prevent tampering. That's why they use the 3 edges instead of the 4, the normal 4 that you can normally get. But it's pretty common nowadays. You can easily get one on the store. A screwdriver with 3 edges. So they're all pretty much the same size. So those are the 6 screws. Now we gotta open this. That went pretty easy. So there you go. Here's a metal plating, I guess, for like the little metal plating that holds the cartridge. Here it is, the insides. Here's the CPU right here. I don't know if you could read that. Is it readable? There you go, CPU, MGB, Nintendo, Japan. So this is the volume right here, and this is the contrast to make make it lighter or darker. What's this one right here? Don't know exactly what that is. This little, does it even use this RAM back then? Or it's all powered by the CPU. So these are all the components. Here, this is the speakers. So this has what? How many volts? 0.7 watts, 3 volts. I mean, it usually normally looks like a circuit board for a computer. Pretty much all the same components. You know, you got your resistors and all that, your transistors and capacitors. So, you know, all these have been soldered in there. There's a lot of parts in here. Pretty complex for a Game Boy, but at least back then it was. I'm gonna try to get that off. Oh, oops. So we're gonna remove these 3. These are also, no, these are normal. See the screws right here, and the inside are 4. So now I gotta replace this. So now I gotta put that here. Now I gotta get a 4 edge. It's not the same. Let's try this one. Hope that works. It's the P20. It should work. I hope. Nope. It's too thin. It's gotta be thicker. This one, the wait, not P20. It's PZ1. PZ. It's PZ. Okay, there we go. That works. So we're trying to remove it all the way. So that's the first one. So the screws right here are the normal 4-sided. It's not the tri-sides. It's pretty interesting. There's a bunch of, yeah. There you go. And then the last should be it, I think. So this is the LCD display, the one that attaches. You gotta get this off. If I remember, you gotta do this like this. And then this one. That should be it. It should easily come off. See, now it's coming off easily. See? You just gotta pull this white part up. And this is the display, the LCD display. I don't know exactly what type of display it is. I mean, it's LCD, but solution, color support. It's 2-bit 4 shades of gray, like the very dark olive green. But this is gray though. Good sound. So this is the speaker right here. It only has what, 2 pulse wave generators. 4-bit wave sample, 64 4-bit samples played in one noise generator, one audio input from the cartridge. The pocket has 48 millimeters, which is 1.9 inch size. This is the size of that display. See, I could remove these, but it's basically just a thing. These are the plastic buttons. They can come off. So that's the Gameboy right there. This is where the buttons. This is BA, up, left, down, right, select and start. Here's the power, and here's the earphone sockets. This is the light right here that goes on when you turn it on. That's where the cartridge goes right here. So we're gonna put that here real quick. Show you the buttons. So when they break, you can replace them. Say this thing, the buttons won't work anymore. So you could easily buy a new one like this online. I don't know if they're available anywhere, but you can look online and buy them and replace them. Say you want a new case, you want a different color, just buy the case, same size, and remove this, and just put it in. Here's the directional pad. So yeah, you can. I don't really want to mess with this. I guess if you wanted to replace your LCD screen too and it's already messed up, you can buy this and then buy So that's it. That's the Gameboy Pocket Teardown. Let's reassemble it. Pretty easy. Very light, Nintendo, your Nintendo 1997. Alright, let's put it back in there. Oops, I forgot to put the LCD thing in. Pretty tricky to put in. There we go. It just snaps in place pretty much. Then you just slide that back down. There we go. That white part. And then that's it. Just don't, before you lift this up, make sure you remove this part right here first. Snap the white part on the edge up, and then don't pull too hard, gently pull it out. You don't want to snap that, it's gonna break. It's like a plastic. It's got wires in there, but they're very tiny and they could easily break. See. So let's re-put all the screws back. Let's see. Put that in there. Oh. This has a magnet. Nope, doesn't have magnet. I've been playing a lot of Gradius lately. Pretty freaking hard series. I've beaten 1 and 2. Almost beat 3. Gradius 3 was the hardest so far. Damn, I couldn't beat that one level where you go really fast. I always struggled on that level. I'm not even playing on the hardest mode. That's the scary part about Gradius. The first two, 1 and 2, and even Life Force, I've already gotten used to those 3. Could beat those without any problem. What other Game Boy has a Gradius game? I might have to look it up. There's probably a Gradius port for Game Boy. Right, those are the 3 4-inch. screws. Then we're gonna work on this. Just put it back in here. That's it. Let's put all the screws back in. Oops. Messed up. The one thing I forgot. This crap. Alright. This no problem. As long as none of these components are damaged, it'll work. It's a pretty old device. You know, almost 30 years old. And, you know, you imagine like your phone and your smartphone has a bunch of components like this, but way more advanced. Has billions more transistors and storage. This Gameboy don't even have a storage. Well, it has it. It's very tiny. It's like kilobytes. Very small. So I almost forgot about this part right here. Oops. Maybe I can just hold it in place. So, you know, if you want to clean this, you can use like a rubbing alcohol and just wipe down the buttons. But so far, it's not really nothing wrong with this. You could get like a whatchamacallit. Oh crap! This part. There we go. You could like get a cotton swab and just wipe it if you want to clean it. I'll probably do the same thing with the other consoles I have, like the Wii U, the Wii. I'll probably do the Wii first, and maybe do one for the NES. I've been trying to look for a Famicom. That's one I really want to get my hands on. It's the Famicom, the Japanese version of the NES. This is the battery thing. Is it getting blurry? Okay. I'm just getting blurry. Alright, should be it. We're gonna test it. Make sure it didn't mess up anything. So we'll do the insides first. This too. Make sure you don't lose your screws. That would be messed up. We've come a long way though when it comes to technology. The amount of storage and processing power is huge compared to back then. And now I was watching a video on Nvidia and AMD and Intel, you know, showing their new tech, like the CPU, the graphics cards, CPU and the graphics cards, basically the new lineup. What was it? The Series 3000, and then the Ryzen. Oops, I forgot. You gotta replace this. Gotta put the 3-edge. There we go. That's the 3-edge. It's a different screw. Prevent kids from tampering with it, I guess. That's why they made it 3. so it's not going to be opened easily. Okay, with the edge. Make sure not to drop it. There we go. I mean, drop it on the floor. Some of these consoles are harder to open, like the PS3, the PS2, those are pretty complicated. There's a lot of screws and stuff you gotta go through to get those opened up, but I'll do one and do another video on those. There you go. Alright, and we'll do a test. Need a battery though. What I use though is not a normal battery. It's what you would call this thing right here. It's a power pack. It's a rechargeable battery. It's inside though. You could you could plug this in an outlet with an adapter right here. It's 3 volts, and then it'll recharge this, and you can play while that recharges. And this is how you check. Press this button right here to check how much battery life. See, that's how you tell if there's still power. You know, oops. How you do that? You gotta remove the covering right here. Then you gotta do this. It should snap in place. There we go. There we go. Should be good. Okay. Gotta make sure it's secure. So that should power this thing. Oops. Start again. So these Gameboys don't have a reset button. So it works. I mean, even the adapter works, but you know, I'm using the power pack. It's kind of hard to see it like this. Oops. Oh yeah, you reset by holding select start and BAA if you want to reset. Like this. That's how you reset. Let's do one quick. Oh, I messed up. There we go. Damn. The flower always gets me. Ah. One more. I want to at least get the warrior. Ah. This is like the hardest level in the game. Oh, this part, that's pretty tricky. Oh, this is one, this one always gets me sometimes. Oh. There we go. That was better than last time. You don't want to run here. Ooh. That part was tricky. You don't want to step on some of the platform, on the thing there. Whoa. Just keep running, don't stop. Damn, he got me. The spin jump kills those guys in one hit. Three hits on each. Whoa. That should be it. Then 2 more fights. Let's grab that one. I wanna get him cornered in one. On it. Got him. Ah, there you go. That's how you get him stuck. Final form. And he's done. And that's it. Super Mario Land 2. I'll probably do a speed run later. Alright. Peace. To remove this though, you gotta press this up like that, and then pull up. Then just put this back.